Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome viewers, thank you for watching our video. We are the group for the Smart Health Admission System for the RFID course with Dr. Wasim Raad in term 132. These are our team members, Mohammed Bayazid, myself, Sultan Al-Tabi, Abdullah Al-Sayr, and Ahmed Al-Amoudi, and Hamdan. Thank you very much, and we hope you enjoyed the video.
Okay, first of all, in the hardware, we use Arduino microcontroller to interface between the LCD display 16 by 2 and the RFID reader. When we start reading the tags, RFID tag, the distance it can read up to 10 centimeter away from the reader, so it gives us a very good range. If we read the tag, this will communicate through the serial port to the computer, so we can take the tag information and then manipulate it through the database and the code we did, and then send the feedback from the software to the LCD display through the serial port. That's it for the hardware.
So for our software will use the C# to read from the serial monitor on the USB port and compare the output from the serial monitor, which is an ID, to our database that we created. The key for the database is the ID read from the serial port. So if we test it now, we're going to use an identified card. This is the card. We're going to use an identified card through the database. We'll read it through the hardware and check the database if there is any information stored there, and we'll print it to the console. So we are testing this right now. So here we have a feedback. It's welcoming the patient and telling him who's the doctor responsible for him. Also, it tells the patient what number, how many patients before him, and how long is the estimated time before he can see the doctor. Also, we have an LCD that will print a feedback for us. This is the feedback from the LCD. It shows that the card is read. It gives feedback to the patient. If we test for an unidentified card, you can remove it. If we test for an unidentified card like this, it will just tell us that it's not found. We'll print the ID of the card and ask us to use the form that we created using C# to enter the data to the database. Also, there is one final use case, which is for the doctor. We're using a wearable RFID tag. If the doctor taps his RFID tag to the reader, he will be told, he will be welcomed, told how many patients are waiting for him in the waiting room, and the estimated time per patient, and it will all be printed to the console line. Now we'll show the database entry software. Okay, so the nurse or the employee, the clerk who's going to enter the data, is presented with this data. As we shown a minute ago, if you have an unidentified card, it will prompt you to enter the data through our form. This is the software we developed through the C#. It gives you availability to enter a 12-digit ID, as well as patient name, doctor name, and room number, and add it to the database. As well, it will do discrepancy checking for all the fields that they meet the requirement. For example, you can't enter an ID that's less than 12 digits, and you can't enter a room number that's less than 3 numbers, as well as you have to include a string, a text in the patient name and the doctor name. Of course, if we enter something that doesn't meet with our requirement and try to add, it will print, it will ask you to check the entered value and will not enter anything. And of course, if we enter using the requirements, it will add it to our database using Access. The database is communicated with through the software with SQL command lines in the software. And that's it for our software.